Hello agents, in this video I'm going to talk through how to make a raid build for Operation Dark Hours on the Division 2. A lot of people in the community are saying they're struggling with the grind for this build, like I was as well. I had the wrong mindset. I spoke to Penny and that mindset changed and it was easy to make after that. So I'm just going to explain how I made this build and I hope that it helps you. Before we go into it, I just want to say that we are helping with the raid now in our community. We have multiple teams working on it and helping. We're streaming every day pretty much, helping people with completions, and if you want to add yourself to that list on PS4, just join our community. The link's at the top of this video description. You have to select your platform just to like enroll within the community, and then a channel will open up saying raid queue. Just post your build in there, you'll be on our list and we will get round to you. I'm now going to let the video roll and show you the build and talk you through it. If this video does help, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. This is my current raid build that I've got on. You can see the armor there. This is very important. This is what I find very important anyway. The armor is 281,000 and the health is 144. Health is a little bit high, that can be lower, but it gives me a lot of survivability, and that's what's very important I think with this raid, because when I started I spent more time in cover than I was shooting, and that's no good for nobody, whereas now I feel very tanky. I can get a lot more damage into enemies and my DPS is quite high. It's not, it could be higher but it's not the worst. So yeah, you want to aim for around 280,000 armor if you can. 250 I think is doable. Anything less so you're gonna feel like it's a bit difficult. Health 100,000 is fine, no need to go to 144. And how you want to like focus your mindset on this build is, rather than the pieces, the brand sets, just look at the blues and reds. Now as I said a minute or so ago, I made an unbreakable build, so if we have a look at the chest, unbreakable does 70% of max armor. Sorry, 70% of max armor is repaired when your armor is depleted, and armor kits used within the next 7 seconds are not consumed. So I've had to roll that on that piece. This piece is alright, apart from I'm farming for the god roll piece at the minute so I can roll some weapon damage on it, because I like the 11% total armor, I like the health, but I don't want crit hit chance on this build really. I want that to be weapon damage, and I have 15% ready to roll on when I get the right piece. But obviously with me wanting an unbreakable build, that came that was more priority, so I rolled it on. It requires 11 blue, as you can see there, so that's quite a lot. You'll see now like all those blues on those pieces, that's why, because you need 11 of them. I've also got mod slots with requiring blue as well, which helps. So I'm going to go through each piece now and say what you're aiming for. You can have it in like a different way around. You don't need to have blue and red on the mask, 2 blues red on the chest, and 2 blue on the knees, say if you were to have 3 on the backpack. So however you want to do it, you can do it, but what I do suggest is to definitely have the 1 red there on the chest for the weapon damage, the 1 red on the backpack for the weapon damage, the 1 red on the mask for the damage to elites, and on the gloves you're going to want at least 1 red for your LMG damage or AR damage or whatever your secondary weapon is. Apart from them, the rest can be blue. If you get lucky with some mod slots, you might be able to take a blue off a gear piece and drop it through another red. It works well there on the gloves, because then you could have AR damage and LMG damage. That's something I'm kind of working towards once I get the right backpack. So my mask is a Gilligard mask. It's got hazard protection of 25% and damage to elites on it. So don't worry about your mask being a Gilligard, just get that blue and red attribute, and you want the talent hard hitting. Now a god rolled mask would be a hard hitting talent already on it with blue and red attributes. You'll then be able to find any other mask, hopefully at a higher percentage of damage to elites, and roll it on. I rolled 43% onto this. It goes up to about 51 I think. The chest I'm running is an Overlord. Again, last time I say it, but don't worry too much about the brand sets. You're going to want the 2 blue on the 1 red on the chest there, and unbreakable as the talent. I get 1 defensive mod slot there, so that adds to that 11 that I need, which is very handy. I believe I could have got a bit luckier here and had 2 defensive mod slots, which would have then meant I could have got that extra 1 red on the gloves I was on about. But it is what it is. This is a good piece. I would prefer to have that crit hit chance change to weapon damage, as I've already said. The holster, I've got a Gilligard holster there. It's got 2 blue attributes and it's got 2 red offensive mod slots, which works out very well. You can see I've got LMG damage stacked there, more weapon damage, which helps give me higher DPS. I have 37,000 health rolled with 7% health rolled, and because it's my second Gilligard piece, I've got 20% hazard protection now, as well as 5% total armor. My backpack is a Murakami Industries one. I want a 5.11 backpack with these attributes: 2 blue, 1 red, and a blue mod. But I haven't got it yet. I need, like I said, I need a god rolled one. I'm going to be losing the 8% health when I get that off the Murakami piece. But I don't mind it. As I said earlier, 144 is a bit high. You can get by with 100. And I just want higher weapon damage, really. And the talents there, rather than having... all the backpack talents are pretty much rubbish unless they're the common ones. You can have Vital for 20% health, which I'm using. But also you can get Hardened. So my god roll backpack here is going to have Vital and Hardened as common talents. It's going to have 2 blue attributes and a red attribute and a blue mod slot. If that came like that, I would throw that straight on and then just throw this 8% weapon damage on. That's the highest I've got at the minute. I believe it can go up to like 15, like the chest, or even more. So that's the backpack I'm running now, and it does work well. It's not a bad one, but I just explained all the changes I would do. The gloves are the Overlord gloves, and with that I get the 7.5% total armor. This is the only part of the build where an attribute doesn't really work with it. So the rifle damage at 10%, I'm not using a rifle, but I wanted that armor, which is why I've gone with 2 Overlord pieces on the build. I've got 11% LMG damage rolled onto this with 9,000 health, and it's got a talent of hard hitting on it, which I want. Now, what I would say is, like I've mentioned it a couple of times, if I could get an extra blue mod somewhere, like on my chest, where I had a blue and a red mod slot, I'd want 2 blues, because then I could swap these gloves out and get some assault rifle damage in on this build as well, which would be perfect. I'm working towards that. I can't do it at the minute because I would lose Unbreakable. The knee pads there, I've got the Fenris group knee pads. It's got 10% rifle damage on it, sorry, assault rifle damage on it. Attribute is 10% armor, which is fantastic, and I got hard hitting and patience. I do want to change these. I want it to be Fenris again, with everything the same, but patience, really I want that to be cloaked. It really helps on Razorback. Patience, I don't think I use it enough, if I'm being honest with you. It's good, it's there, but I'd rather cloaked. And that's all I'd change about them. The 10% armor is really good. I believe that can go higher though. And that is it. The guns I run, I've got the LMG Black Market M60 E6. It's hitting 31.4k damage. Not the highest, as I said. I've seen people like 38, 40k. But I'm happy. I feel good on the raid. I've got 15% weapon damage to roll on this build, remember, as well, when I get my god roll chest, so that will go up considerably. The second re-rep in there is my assault rifle, sorry, it's the Eagle Bearer in 22.7k. Again, this can go up a lot, especially if I change my gloves, how I said I wanted to, the assault rifle damage on it. But also I'm going to start making a fresh build now built around the Eagle Bearer, because I think that's the way to go. Now I've got this gun, it's very, very OP, and I can see why everyone wants it. We will start dropping these in stream soon. I think we've nearly all got them, so as we're taking people through, we can start giving them away, hopefully. But that is the build. Now, what I would say, if you haven't got the Eagle Bearer, I was using a custom P416G3. It wasn't that one. Let me show you the one I was using. I had Ranger on it. Yeah, there you go, Ranger and Allegro. So that's the assault rifle I was using. I had no complaints with it, but honestly, when you get the Eagle Bearer, it hits that hard. If I just have a quick look at that damage, it's 18.8k. I've gone up to 22.7k, and that will get more. I can't wait to make my build around that. We'll have a quick look at the stats, the damage to elites, etc. So we've got weapon handling at a -25%. The reason for that is because of the talents I've got on my LMG. I didn't show you them, I just remembered while I was on it, but it's got unhinged and it's got extra on it for the extra magazine. So with unhinged you do lose a lot of weapon handling, that's why that's minus there. The all weapons damage bonus is 31.5%, the assault rifle damage bonus is 25%, and the LMG damage bonus is 32%. And the final stat we're going to look at here is the damage to elites, which is 86%. We advise 70 plus, no more than 80 really. I'm on 86. It depends how high roll or damage to elites you have on your mask, you will go a bit over. But if we see people like 100 plus damage to elites, we feel they might be missing out on too much raw weapon damage. So just think about that when you are getting your rolls and doing your talents and whatnot. The skills I run on the raid, I just run Chem Launcher, Heals, and I run a Reviver Hive. I think they are key. You can drop Chem Launchers all the time. It works for your group. You'll see in my raid guide how we're always calling for them. The Hive gets you up and you're down, you know. What more can you say? And mixing that with Unbreakable, you've got a very, very high survivability build. And it also hits quite hard, as you see with the weapons. You can get higher than that as well quite easily. But that's it, guys. That's how you make a raid build. Just focus on those attributes above everything else. You'll find that you might get like 6 Gilligards, a Gilligard in every slot, because Gilligard work very well with giving you blue and red attributes all the time, and they're mod slots tend to be blue, so it's a lot easier to build this build around Gilligard. However, as you're then mid-maxing it and you want to get the brands in that give you a little bit extra, that's when you farm for that, because even if this was all 6 Gilligard pieces, if it had these sort of stats and it was proc and Unbreakable, your build is raid ready and you will get through it. So that's just key to know. You don't need to be farming for the brands, you want to be farming for the attributes. I got no more to say. I think I have covered everything. The sidearm doesn't really matter there. We'll just show you it for the purposes of the video, but I've got the double barrel sawn off and I got stop, drop and roll, so I can roll out of status effects. But thank you for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, and do check out that link to a community in the description if you want help through the raid on PS4. We are helping daily, so get yourself in the community, post your build, and we'll add you to our list. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you for watching this video, and until the next one, peace out.